Hello folks, in today's video, we are going to take a look at the top 10 best games like Stardew Valley. Make sure to stick around because some of these games might just become your new Stardew Valley alternate. With that said, let's get started. Number 1. Green Project. Developers around the world are totally obsessed with post-apocalyptic settings, and we can see that by the sheer number of games based on zombie apocalypse or a worldwide plague that has perished the whole mankind. Green Project is another post-apocalyptic survival simulator that incorporates a lot of features inspired by Stardew Valley. However, there's only two things that you have to keep in mind in this desolate world where food and water are hard-to-find necessities: surviving and thriving. And in order to do that, you have a plethora of tools at your disposal that you can use to craft, farm, and fight the green goop that continues to destroy what remains of humanity. Green Project provides you with hours of fun gameplay, and I like to think of it as Stardew Valley after apocalypse.
What could be safer than a bomb shelter?
Safe from what? Nothing bad has ever happened around here.
Number 2. Gleaner Heights. This game offers everything that you expect from a Stardew Valley-like game, and a lot more. Gleaner Heights takes a unique approach at introducing a dark and more story-based gameplay to farming simulator genre. There's mystery everywhere that needs to be solved, and of course, it'd be you solving it all. There's murders, conflicts, drug deals, secret agents, and so much more to explore. All of that on top of the usual farming, fishing, and forging jobs. Gleaner Heights has something for everyone, and unlike Stardew Valley, there's no hand-holding, which for some might be a big turnoff, but I personally like it as it lets you explore the world at your own pace. Number 3. Graveyard Keeper. Graveyard Keeper is a role-playing graveyard simulator which focuses on building a thriving business by applying all sorts of methods, straightforward as well as cunning. Similar to Stardew Valley, in this game, you gather resources to make improvements to your small graveyard, which was once owned by your predecessors. This simple yet beautiful game has diverse role-playing features that you can play around with and advance your business, while also paving the way for your success. Literally. In this capitalistic-themed game, you, the player, find himself in a fantasy setting. After being hit by a car, you are tasked to run a graveyard and a local church. You also interact with the locals and scare them into attending the church, and in the meanwhile, your ultimate goal is to find a way to open a portal to the old world. For that, you need to interact with NPCs and find information to get closer to your end goal. 4. Sunhaven. Sunhaven is one of the latest additions to the farm simulation genre, and a pretty calming one too. My first thoughts about Sunhaven were it'd be just like any other farming simulator, but there's so much more that you can experience in this game. One of the things that I love about Sunhaven is that it allows you to go solo or create your own team and enjoy this pleasant journey in a co-op mode with up to 8 players. Besides all that farming sim has to offer, Sunhaven also lets you have relationships with your fellow Sunhaven citizens and even marry the ones you love. The city of Sunhaven keeps you busy with a plethora of side quests, while your main focus being the protection of the city from the dark forces in the neighboring town. Number 5. Kynseed. This game was under development for years as the developers wanted to introduce something unique and refreshing to the farming sim lovers. You can definitely tell that by the beautifully hand-drawn art style of the game. They sure have added a lot of details to the world. Speaking of which, Kynseed offers a world that is more alive than in any other game I've played. You would find the NPCs just going about their life, doing random stuff from bathing to racing over to the washroom. Even the dialogues are full of humorous puns that will keep you entertained for hours. The world in Kynseed is super vast, with dark dungeons, fairy meadows, calming rivers. There's just a lot that you can explore in the game. The best part, you can have kids, watch them grow as you yourself grow old and eventually die, and then play as your own child and then replay the whole cycle, which gives you a lot of replayability. Number 6. Traveler's Rest. Traveler's Rest is a rather simplified take on a farming simulator where you need to manage and grow your own tavern. The game allows you decent customization options, such as buying items like tables, chairs, carpets, food items, and more in order to upgrade your tavern and keep the local customers happy. You can even grow your own farm just outside of your tavern to grow all sorts of fruits and vegetables that you can use to cook later on. The game also has a simple day-night cycle, which requires you to make make changes inside your tavern according to the time of day, like keeping the fireplace lit at night so the customers don't get cold. There is no emphasis on farming, as all you need to do is just put in the seeds and crop the farms when they are ready, which makes sense because the game focuses on you making your own fun recipes from raw food to keep your customers satisfied. Number 7. Undermine. The roguelite genre has never been more saturated, with tons of games flooding the gaming market. While this makes it a lot harder to find a good roguelite game, it also creates more competition between developers to come up with something more original and fun, which is always in the best interest of us gamers. Undermine might not beat the names like Hades or Binding of Isaac, but it does provide us with a fun and super challenging gameplay that keeps us hooked for hours. One thing that I find amusing about it is the story, where the king orders the peasants of his kingdom to find out the secrets hidden deep under the mine, which are seemingly responsible for the mysterious earthquakes that are destroying his kingdom. However, no one seems to have come out of it alive to claim the prize promised by the king. Do you think you'll be able to solve the hidden mysteries and come out victorious? Number 8. Littlewood. Of all farming simulator games that we've talked about on our list, Littlewood might just be the simplest one to get started with. It's a rather pleasant and calming journey where you play as a young girl who has apparently lost the memories of her past following a battle that has destroyed her town. Your task is to rebuild and revive the town while also getting to know your past from other residents who turn out to be your friends. The graphics might not be the most exciting thing about this game, but if you are looking for more of a beginner-friendly start to this genre, Littlewood just might be your best option. Number 9. Garden Story. Judging by the name, Garden Story might sound like just another farming game with focus on gardening, but that's not exactly the case here. Garden Story has a more combat-oriented gameplay where you are tasked to protect your garden and the gardenlings living there. As a soldier grape, you have to fight off the constant threats from gooey monsters to keep everyone safe. The thing that I like the most about this game, besides the cute little characters, incredibly immersive soundtrack, and stunningly beautiful environment, is that it's organized. There's an extensive in-game days system where each day brings about new tasks that you have to complete in order to progress through the game. And, of course, there are bosses too, which makes the adventure way more thrilling and challenging. Number 10. Worlds Down. Last, but definitely not least, Worlds Down is yet another amazing farming simulator that adds onto the already popular features of Stardew Valley. The story, just like the rest, is to revive the farms that are on the verge of destruction due to lack of water, and you are tasked to befriend the one magical entity who can bring water to these thirsty lands. However, unlike most, Worlds Dawn introduces mini-games that you can play in festive seasons to earn a sizable income by placing bets on it. These games include 1v1 football, swimming, and many more, which makes for a great escape from the main quest. Besides these side hustles, the game also has a decent NPC interaction system where you can make friends and give your friends presents. Just make sure they like it, because they can be a total dumbass and refuse to take it. With that, we've reached the end of our list. Let me know down in the comment section which one's your favorite and why. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. While you're here, click one of the other 2 videos showing on your screen. See you there.